Hello, Billy, back at it again with Let's Review It, and today we are reviewing game 2 out of 136. Today we are reviewing Rad Racer on the NES. It's a time trial game that's really fun, but sometimes really hard. I haven't played this game in so long, so I'm really excited to get back into it. Let's get started. Well, here we are again with another game for the series, Rad Racer. Let's put it in the system and let's get started. It's kinda disappointing that the NES doesn't have a startup screen, but what do you expect from an old console from the 80s? So it instantly takes you to the menu screen and it says Rad Racer, 1987, then Square. I noticed in 1987, which is 2 years after the NES was released, but if the game was a launch title for the NES, it would be even more popular. Next screen is the car selection. You can either pick from the 328 Twin Turbo or the F1 machine. From what I tested, there is no difference between cars. It is just for looks. If you don't pick a car, it gives you a preview of the game. One of the previews it gave me, the car crashed instantly at a slow speed. I don't know if the game is mocking me, but it seems about right. Before we get started with the gameplay, this game has 8 courses. It doesn't seem like a lot, but this game is really hard, and if you run out of time once, you have to start at the beginning of the game. It sucks. This game is not playing around. In the time I played for the recording, I only made it to course 3, but my all-time best was course 4. Each course is different in many ways, the background, the difficulty, and the track shape. Finally, moving on to gameplay, starting with course 1, Sunset Coastline. If you actually want to play this game and you want to beat it, you need focus and concentration. For most racing games, a lot of people just floor the gas, but in this game, you need to use the brake a lot because on how fast you can go. The A button is the gas pedal, but you can press up on the D-pad for extra speed, up to 255 kilometers, which is 158 miles. It is extremely dangerous to go that fast on a straightaway. You don't realize how fast you're going, so when you're going into a turn, you're crashing no question, and it is the worst to crash because it takes so long to recover, and you lose so much time. I forgot to mention before, but each course has about 5 checkpoints, which gives you more time to complete the track. If you run out of time before the checkpoints, your car will get slower gradually, and you don't pass the checkpoint while having no time, you lose the game. When you're trying to complete the track in time, you're trying to go as fast as possible, but you're trying not to crash. So you need to watch your speed, the time in the other cars at the same time, and sometimes the traffic can get crazy to get past because you're going really fast on a turn, you hit them, and your car gets thrown sideways, and then most of the time, you crash and flip your car. The other cars are the most annoying thing in the game. Another horrible thing in the game is sometimes on a straightaway, the road gets cut off ahead, and if there's a car ahead of you in your lane, you're hitting it because no one can react that fast. If you hear a drifting sound from your car when you're turning, it means slow down because you might lose control and crash. Let's move on. Now, a word from our sponsors.
If you're liking this video, you'll also like Ghost Cloud. He's one of our friends from the UK, and he actually works with Tweetwobbler in real life. He makes amazing gameplay videos, and Billy, I don't know if you know this, but he's also really fun to play video games with.
I never experienced that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You should go check out his
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. You'll love it.
Now, back to the video!
The graphics in this game are okay. They could be better. I know it's an NES game, but they could improve the bottom bar where the HUD is and added more music because I think it's one song throughout the whole game. Did you know if you press select on the NES controller, the game goes into a 3D mode? So if you have 3D glasses, which I don't, I guess you could play it in 3D, it probably works. If I had to rate this game, I would rate it a 7 out of 10. It's a really fun game, but there are still some flaws in it. I wish it could be fixed, but you know, it's still a fun game. I would still definitely recommend this game because it's only $5 to $8 game. Today, we talked all about Rad Racer, like the gameplay, graphics, and pretty much everything. It was a shorter episode because it was a shorter game. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Let's Review It. Building out.
Hey, how you doing? So you like that video? That's great. You should probably leave a like and a comment to let us know. Probably share it with your friends too, and hit that subscribe button. Make us feel good about ourselves. Alright, thank you.